What's going on YouTube? Man, welcome back to my channel. I haven't been put to the video since a little bit over a year ago. Pretty much the entirety of 2024. But I've been doing other things. I've been doing airplanes, as you guys can see. Oh, that way. Yeah. Get this right. I'm using my new phone, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we are. That's my Creighton. And this is my Canandro. Okay, my boy named it the Exile. So this is what we call it, the Exile. Okay, so what this is it used to be my outcast, 8S outcast. I wanna say it's about 95%, 90% of the outcast. I'm gonna walk around so you guys can see it, pause it. Okay, I will go through this truck. Over this truck, but yeah. So what this is. So this is what's my contemplation of a new lineup for Armor that Armor Shield made. Okay, not like, okay, we're gonna release, we got a whole new truck. Oh yeah, what is this? Another 8S Creighton, which is different colors. Like we've been doing that for many years already. Okay, let me put this more to the side so you guys can see it better. See here, so this bar right here is obviously not from the original cast, and it's thick. Okay, I had to like squeeze it here a little bit so it'll fit in there. Also in the back, put it serve as a handlebar, so you can just like pick the big boy up like that. Okay, so okay, let's go through around the what's not original, because that's the shortest part of, I don't make the whole list. So obviously the front bumper, 3D printed. I just fixed it, it's just snap here, but it's 3D printed. Bumper sort of like this U square bracket. This one on the front and then on the back. Okay. Let's see what else. This was spent over here on a run, but whatever. And then the front shock tower or support. Okay, that's 3D printed, and then on the rear is 3D printed. It's the same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna stick on the front. So basically, these rods right here, the fact that this is 3D printed, it's gonna snap because it's a really heavy vehicle. Okay, so this is 100% infill, just a big solid piece. All right, so it's tied down to the main chassis from way up here to here to the main chassis, and then this screw that goes all the way across to the other side. It holds the stock shock tower. Okay, so it's just clamped down, two on the front and then two on the rear, right there, and it actually gets mounted on the chassis, on the plate right there. Okay, you guys gonna see it in a second when I turn this thing all over. So that's for the support, so that this doesn't break. Okay, and it really works. This is a little bit torqued down, just a little bit torqued down. All right, these screws right here are the screws from the diff case. Okay, it usually sits right there. All right, and then what else is not stock like original? The chassis plate. Everything that's aluminum or like silver, all the way to the back and here. If it's silver, it's not, and if it's black, it's stock. Show me what's silver in there. I see about 4 items. That, and then this, and the chassis plate, and then obviously the 3D printed shock mounts. Okay. Now, let's talk from front to back. It's more complicated than to the rear, but okay, the ESC is a Max 5. It's sitting right there. Okay, I mounted the steering wheel over here. You can mount another one over there, so it has like dual. But right now, I think it's only one's connected. I'm not sure. Can't remember, man. And then here, this is a box. That's what the receiver's in. Okay. Dual fan. Okay, this truck's been sitting there for a while. As you guys can see, it's a little dusty. This is a piece that I'm selling on eBay. Okay. It's actually no, this one is 1-to-1. I just made it for this one now that I remember. It covers the entire motor, like the whole thing. See how it goes around the motor? Goes around the motor. boom. And now they're cut out here for the wires, and it sits almost flush on the ground. All right, guys. See, that's my logo. Okay, so basically it's a tunnel. It sucks in air through here and it blows it all around, like the whole motor. So it keeps the whole motor up. Cool. Not just on one side. Okay, and then that's the transmission. Now the transmission, it's not laying flat like you would on the regular. It's actually turned at a 90-degree angle, and then I had to make a bracket so that it'll sit on its side. Let's turn this thing around. Okay, here's the bracket. This is the bracket right here. So that piece gets bolted on there, and then on the other side, but underneath. And then let me get this piece off, and then it gets supported here on the chassis, like it's resting on the chassis. All right. So that's that, and then obviously everything else self-explanatory. Okay, and everything I don't mention in the front, same in the rear, but let's take a look at it. Okay, see how it's supported over here on the plate there, and then back to the tower. They got a screw that goes all the way across on this side right here. Gets secure right there to the plate, so it's secured on all four corners. And then this wire right here, it goes into the controller. Now this right here, I 3D printed it, so it'll support the shock right there. So it doesn't go all the way on the bottom like on a regular. So it's like an off now. This one on the top. So it looks cool. Okay, I got this right here, and then these screws, it what holds. All right, let's turn this around. Give me a second, guys. Okay, that took a little bit of work. Okay, let's go from that side. This side is broken, man. Shit. Okay, black, and then that's fiberglass with no mesh, just pure resin. No fiberglass, just resin. Reason is because years ago I used to work on sailboats and stuff like that. I know fiberglass is like really tough. They still use it on cars, whatever, and then they're a little bit flexible, whatever. And I thought I was gonna do like the whole chassis out of like resin and fiberglass, but man, doing the mold and the other one, all that, it was just so tough. So I just like, man, I'm just gonna keep it the way I'm gonna do it. Like just aluminum the whole freaking thing. So that's what I bought this plate, and then actually I bought like a slab. I had to like screw and bolt, make every single hole myself. Everything is measured. Okay, the cutout for this I had to do that myself. All the cutouts and everything here. Okay, the fact that it goes in here like this, boom, pop, and then on the rear, I had to measure that. That took me man, it took me a while, but this is a finished project. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, guys, I'm happy. Everybody happy. All right, so this is 3D printed. Okay, I'm gonna have to 3D print another one to put on the front, but I don't think I'll be doing that. That's why I'm doing this video now. Another video, I'll put a video of this thing running. But okay, so this piece is being supported. These rods right here from the back, and this is resting on the plate. So this is actually being clamped downward as it is right now. Okay, and it's holding the lower control arm and everything. Now the lower control arm, okay, let me show this. Let me show this to you guys. Man, hold on. Okay, so that is the part that goes right there. That's what the center diff is. Okay, so it's actually holding the lower control arms together just with the stock original setup. Okay, and is it? No, I'm lying. Let's see. Yeah, I'm tripping. So yeah, it's actually holding the controller. That's why they're not buckling or breaking or anything like that. It's actually hooked up onto the actual case right there. That's the stock case. Okay. Okay, you got the dry rods right there. Okay. Took a look close how the mount sits on the on this control arm right here. This piece. Okay, that's just a drop from resin. Same with this corner right here. All right, that looks pretty dope. Okay, see how the control arm is actually resting on the plate? That's the plate. That's the silver part. That's the plate. That is sitting there and it's holding it, bro. It's holding it. 3D printed, has a snap, no nothing. Okay, this is the rear end. All right, it's the same thing. Turn around. Okay, right there. Okay, it's actually being tied down over here. Okay, these are for the battery trays, screws and stuff like that. Okay, more for the battery, and then this is the center diff. Going to the center diff. So I can see sideways. So here it's what will go to the top shock towers. Okay, so it's unused. I didn't cut it off because I'm not gonna cut it off, you know, but that's what it's there for. And it's actually tied down. I can't remember how I secured this thing. Let me see if I remember. Yeah. Right there. So, right there, guys. I secure it to the plate. And then on the other side as well. Right there. Boom. Okay. It's being secured to the plate. And over here, it's secured to the plate as well. So, as you can see, it's a screw right there. Alright. This one is just for the battery tray. That one is for this whole thing. Okay, these two rods. So on the crane, and the longer one is the rear one. So these are two rear. So this is the same part number. Okay, the reason why I did that was because I want to make this vehicle larger than the 8S crane. So it is definitely larger than the 8S crane, about an inch or two. I'll show you guys. Okay. You got the steering mechanism. Okay, this thing is snapped. Okay, I was just stress testing the part. Okay, now I got a 3-print other one. Put it there if I'm gonna fix it, but I'm gonna make this back to the outcast. So now to the front. Okay, this needs a little bit of explanation. I don't really know how it snapped. Maybe I backed into it on my car, like one-to-one car. And but okay. Okay. I'm gonna do it slow again. You guys can go back, look on yourself. Okay. Stock steering, the whole thing is stock. The whole shenanigan is stock. This is not saying size or like that as you with this thing facing forward, like on the regular, it's just facing down. And but yeah. And everything else is stock. Like the whole thing is stock, bro. Like the only thing that's not stock is the plate. And if the plate allows me to put this thing in a 90-degree angle, put this thing over here upside down, the shock tower. Literally, the shock tower is upside down. That's it. All right, let me turn this right out. Hold on. Like my brain is like firing right now. Hold up. Okay, here we are. What you guys think? Here's the piece that broke on the steering mechanism on the front. All right, let me bring it back to the crane end. Hold on right quick. All right. Right there. Nope. And right about there. Okay. Get close, touch. All right, on the back is even. Okay. The front, it's a little bit longer. Look at that. Just look, it's flat over here. Here it just has that step and it's just slightly longer. Okay. Okay, what was my end goal with this? My end goal with it was to show Armor that with the, like who am I? To show Armor that with a little bit of ingenuity,
you can make a whole new vehicle, like a third custom, the Outcast Creighton and the Exile. I named this one the Exile. If you're gonna, I don't know if you're gonna want to see this, uh, you can feel free and make this whole new lineup, with your own engineers, whatever. But this is freaking cool. Unlike the regular Truggy, and I said Truggy, but to cover every other brand as well. You're pretty much the same setup. You get the front lower chassis plate, everything's mounted on the chassis top, like the diffs and blah blah. The whole thing. This has the differential underneath the plate. So they call this, or what we like to call them, MTs, and this is like Truggies, MTs. As if y'all know what I'm saying. So, but this is something different. See, you got a dry line, so you got the motor on the top. You got a center diff that goes all the way to the bottom, and then at the bottom, you get the dry line. Look at the dry line right there. Okay. How beast would this be? Like, look at that. Right there. Crazy. I'll be back. Alright, like this. I had to pull it out, bro. This is my single motor Titan, but this is the thing I want to get at. Look at that. Boom. Come on, camera, do justice. Do justice. Right there. Wouldn't that look sick? Like, see that kind of setup? That's, I was trying to I'm trying to rebuild it off now on an 8S. Well, bring this shit on an 8S. Okay, with an armor swagger. Okay. Boom, right there. Upsize it. Now, this is nitro, though. But upsize it. Look at that. Look at all three cars. Let me take a picture here. Now that I'm at this. Boom. There you go. All right. Guys, these tires are 6-packs. This is a 6-pack, Euro-Track 6-packs. Okay. They're a little bit heavy to my taste, but they'll break your diff if you misabuse the throttle on this car. So, all right, guys. So, as usual, subscribe, hit the like button, comment down on the comment section. Okay. I'll be posting more videos to this truck. Okay, guys. So, see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.